Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Getty's Life Talk. Hashtag Disruptive Education. This disruptive education movement was started last year by our founder director, Dr. Sunita Gandhi, solely with the aim to disrupt education and provide platform to the educators, edupreneurs, school heads, school leaders around the world to come to our platform and discuss and share their viewpoints about various things happening around them. So, with this aim solely to disrupt education, we have a very special guest with us today, Miss Rakhi Jain. She is the head of the Institute Parvarish Preschool, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. She has done her graduation from Delhi University, postgraduate diploma in public relationship and marketing from YMCA Delhi, worked as senior executive human resource recruitment IBM Daksh Gurgaon. She has established two branches of Parvarish Preschool in Ahmedabad. She has also conducted several workshops on positive parenting and early childhood education. Her aim or her vision in life is to open several branches of this Parvarish schools of her around the country. So, with this, we welcome you, ma'am, to our live talk show. And I should tell you the topic she'll be speaking on. She'll be speaking on the topic deciphering child's emotion and positive parenting. So, over to you, ma'am. Welcome.
Thanks, Zena. Pleasure is all mine. So, my heartfelt thanks to Getty for inviting me to present my views. Let me just share my PPT before beginning the topic. Deciphering child's emotion. It means decoding child's emotion and positive parenting. So, before understanding this, let us see what is an emotion. Emotion is a strong feeling deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship with others. So, we basically see two types of emotions in a human being: positive emotions and the negative emotions. So, positive emotions like affection, amusement, joy, curiosity, and happiness. These all emotions are essential to the normal development of a child, whereas like negative emotions, fear, anger, jealousy, they do persist in a human being, but they are harmful to the development of a child. We know that both these positive and negative, all these emotions are present in each and every individual. They are inbuilt part of our characteristic, but what matters is what kind of emotions are dominating in our inner selves, and that is what reflects in our personality. So this is the reason it is important to that we learn to control our emotions, and it all starts from one's childhood. And here the parents plays a very important role in modeling and controlling the child's behavior, which helps in developing an emotionally secure child and undoubtedly a happy one. So let us see first of all what are the characteristics of most commonly seen emotions in a child. So distress, cry, anger, fear, anxiety, phobia, these are the commonly seen emotions in a child. And sometimes we even see the switching of these emotions very quickly in a flow in a child. So once I was just passing by a road and I saw few children, they were holding beautiful colorful balloons in their hand, and they all were very happy, very excited. They were enjoying the moment, but at the same time suddenly the string of a balloon of one child, it just slipped from his hand and it went up high in the air, and suddenly the happy face turned to sad, and he was just about to cry. But at the same time the other children, those who were watching them, they enjoyed the sight of the balloon going up, so they quickly, all of them, each one of them quickly left the string of their balloons, and their balloons also started went up high in the air, started to going up high in the air. And then the child who was about to cry, he also started enjoying the sight. They all were laughing, enjoying the moment, and they all started shouting, that, oh, my balloon is going up, mine is going up. So we can see, the sudden shift of the emotions in a child, because we know the children are just so innocent. They don't know which place they are, where they are standing in, as in which environment they are in, whom they are with. So they just enjoy the moment and they just express the emotions which is there inside them. So but gradually when they grow up, it all starts to make difference to them. They gradually learn to hide their emotions, and sometimes even they keep their emotions within themselves. So it is very important for us to understand the different stages of emotional development in children. I'll just explain a bit to you. So let's see how these emotional development happens in a child. So a 3-month-old child, we see. There are a lot of theories about how emotions develop and function. Some even says that we're born with only three emotions: happiness, fear, and anger. Whereas other believes that babies are capable of feeling a much wider range of emotions from birth. But it is very difficult and even impossible to understand what they are saying. But yes, through their crying or cooing, they are certainly trying to communicate with us. And we do understand, we know that what are they trying to communicate. So and gradually when they move on, they grow further ahead, they enjoy is being played, they understand, that some their loved ones are trying to play with them, they respond to it. And then further ahead, when they grow a little more, they understand, they just want to be in their safe environment, they love to be with their loved ones, known ones. They have a negative emotion coming out of their out from them, and that is the emotion of fear. So they have a fear with strangers, they don't want them to hold them or touch them. And then gradually it changes and they become little, egocentric and very dependent on only their loved ones. And moving ahead, when they reach to 2 years of age, they become little, they since they are very pampered children, so they love to grab the attentions of their parents or their loved ones. So they throw tantrums, they show some, they show tantrums, they try to grab your attention. And then comes the stage when, they move the 3.5 year old child, he or she moved to the school. So when they reach, so here at this stage, children are ready to enter to the preschool. So they have all the emotions in them. As a preschool educator, we see a lot of emotions in the children, these little ones. They come with beautiful emotions in them when they enter the school. They so we when in the very beginning, when, for the first time, when they're leaving parents and they're coming to the school, they are they just don't want to enter the school premises, because they are in beautiful cocoon of their parents, and they just don't want to enter in they just don't want to leave that place, and they are not ready to move outside. But as they have at this stage, they are in a new and independent social environment, and they just cannot rely on their parents all the time anymore. So they must develop new coping skills to manage. And no doubt, preschool plays a very important role in shaping their emotional intellect. Gradually, they enjoy being with their peers, they sharing, playing, fighting, and even sometimes comparing and competing. So we have in our schools, we keep some competitions for them, where they feel that, yes, they should win. So the competitive spirits come in them. So all this become part of their emotional intellect when they enter the preschool. So basically, if we see a child up till 5 years, more or less, all these emotions are very common in these children. But the question arises, when they'll grow up, will they be able to manage these emotions in a proper way? As in, here, definitely, they have to, here comes the major role of parents. It is their responsibilities to see that negative emotions should not dominate the positive ones. See, let us understand, why is teaching emotional development important? Okay, do you remember the first time you shared your favorite toy with someone? I'm sure everyone needed a cheering up from somebody in your family. And now, as an adult, we do it willingly. So we share our things easily with everyone now. So we might have not noticed, but that was the first big step to our emotional development. And that growth was significantly guided by adults in our life. So, according to the National Center for Safe and Supportive Learning Environments, strong emotional development leads to development of five key skills: self-awareness, social awareness, emotional regulation, responsible decision making, and relationship building. These skills help influence success in school, home, and communities, and in society. Whereas ones who are emotionally weak, they struggles emotionally, physically, and behaviorally. So we have, come across, most of us must might have come across few people who have no control over their anger. Such people suffer a lot in their personal and professional life, and even some of them have to take anger management classes or maybe some yoga classes to calm themselves down. So in all, having a good emotional toolbox makes all the difference. And definitely, this toolbox is only created under a proper guidance and positive parenting during childhood. So a child, when they try to understand emotion, they process the feelings. Children knows adult can help them. They are totally dependent on their adults. They understand that they have the adult will help them to understand, help them to manage their feelings. Children can see the situation from different perspective, but how it is only possible if an adult is guiding them and providing them a proper environment where they can understand and learn their emotional feelings. So, parenting. Now, I'll come on to parenting. At the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is positive involvement of parents. Undoubtedly, plants and the children are very much similar. They just need the same things to nurture: the love and the care, and definitely the guidance by their adults. So, positive parenting is a very important tool for a child's development. Here are a few tips for the positive parenting. I hope it will help you guys. So, first of all, a parent should model the emotions and behavior you want your child to show. So we must make sure that if we want our child to be calm, nice, and controlled in their behavior, so we also must behave the same way in front of them. So might sometimes maybe knowing or unknowingly, whatever we are passing to the children is reflected in their personality. So on a say for example, on a particular day, if you want to reach some place and you're getting late just because your child is throwing tantrums, he's not letting you go to a particular place. So that pressure of getting late is changing your behavior. You might become rude to the children, you might become harsh with your child, and maybe you don't know, but the child is observing your behavior. So I would say one should engage in some mindful practices to avoid such circumstances. Not necessarily at the same time, but definitely sometime you should sit and relax yourself and understand where you are going wrong if you feel that your child is observing the wrong behavior. Okay, so I'm coming on to the next one. Be responsive to your child's emotion and behavior. Respond quickly to basic needs to develop trust. For example, feeding, playing, soothing, and comforting them. So, whenever your child is behaving in a way or is expecting a response, positive response from you, for maybe for his basic needs, if he's asking for some food and maybe he's throwing tantrums that he don't want to eat a particular type of food, he want maybe some pizza or burger. Not every time, but yes, sometime we should be positive in what they are asking for. But yes, not every time also we should make them understand that when the parent agrees, sometimes if a parent is agreeing to provide them with such kind of food, they should be able to accept it positively. They should not react negatively to this particular reaction of their parents. So we should enjoy being with them, we should play with them, we should play with beautiful some nice games with them. So such mindful activities will help your child improving your child's emotions and behaviors. Don't let your child build negative emotions. Give them choices. Okay, so we as an adult sometimes we also feel that we should be given choices. Nobody can tell us straight away that you have to do this. At least give us choice when we want to do something. So at the same time, the children also feel the same way. They also need some choices, just simple things like you want to do brush or you want to go for a bath first. It's a basic thing, but yes, he'll feel okay. I've given a choice. Okay, so they feel they feel important. They feel the importance given by the parent. So sometimes we should give children these basic choices while doing certain things. And definitely if you feel that at a particular place you went somewhere to your friend's place or anywhere, you felt that your child was not behaving properly at that point of time, so maybe not at that particular time, but then later on when you come back to your home, you can just sit with them, you can talk to them, and you can let them know where they went wrong. So just give them help them to understand where they are going wrong. So this will help them to be proper in behaving in showing their right emotion at the right place. And definitely see, values plays a very important role in upbringing of a child. So with nice beautiful stories which has some beautiful values, share with them beautiful stories, tell them the stories, and relate the stories with the real life situations, and I make them understand the importance of life and certain things in their life where they have to, which will help them to grow nice potentially in their life. And then give them while you must I mean we must play with the children. So while playing, give them the situations and let them find their own solution. Give them the choice. Okay, give them some time, be patient, don't be in hurry to get the answers. Give them some time and let them use their own brains and use their own intellect to give you the answer. And later on, guide if they have gone wrong in their answers somewhere, guide them with the right approach if again they are going wrong somewhere. Okay, so encourage, also ask what would you do in case give them the situations and ask problem solve, give them some problem solving skills and ask them the questions later on, how will you tackle the situation. So this will help them to grow further ahead very nicely in their life. So like encourage kids to try new things and learn how much they are capable of. So definitely it is very important for very important thing that you should know how much your child is capable of doing certain things. Don't put their burden onto them. Okay, so just encourage them to try new things. Play games to teach kids. I've already discussed that, how to take turns, some just gross motor skills we see in our preschool languages. Just do some physical activities, may ask them to take turns, move here. So just these skills also help improving their skills. And while using screens, sit with your child and make it a social activity. Okay, so make them understand while watching something, it's a social activity, we should do it all together. And you make sure that your child absorbs something good from whatever they are watching. So ask them questions on after on once they watch something, if they watch something nice or some stories they've watched, so just ask them questions and stay connected with them. That is what is most important. And definitely now moving on, so there are certain principles also that we need to follow while being into while parenting our child. So misbehavior equals communication. So whatever you are behaving, your child is absorbing that. So make sure that your behavior should be right at the right time. Relationship is the key. The child should understand the relation. they are in with. So they should know that their grandparents, what value they have in their life, their cousins, their brothers, sisters, their family members. So they should know that relationship is the key. They should know how to behave with the people they are living in, they are meeting, and they are having, they're enjoying their life with. Don't punish your child for their feelings. Don't punish them if they're going wrong somewhere. They are just too small to be punished. Just make sure that you be loved and kind with them, okay? Empathize with your child. If he's not happy with something, if he might have got hurt with certain things. So many a times this happen, when the siblings are playing, or they have 3 4 cousins who are playing. So maybe they'll throw one child out of the room and they'll say, you will not play. The child gets hurt. So at the very same time, don't let him feel left out or something. Sit with him, make him understand that, okay, it's okay, and try to sort out the situation between the cousins and brothers and sisters. Definitely. So this will help the child to be, to understand these basic things, basic emotions of the other children also. Discipline to improve future behavior. So definitely one should and make the child understand that what discipline they need to follow in their life for the future behavior. Look for and acknowledge the good. Very important thing. We must acknowledge what the child, whatever he or she is doing good, we must acknowledge. Everybody loves the appreciation, and we must appreciate the child for whatever good they have done. And when the most important thing, when children feel good, they do good. So if you make your child feel good, they'll definitely do good in their life. If you feel them important, they'll do wonders in their life. Keep these principles of positive parenting in your mind. So here I'll end it, and always remember, behind every young child who believes in himself is a parent who believed first. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rakhi ma'am, for such an interesting session and telling us the importance of emotions in children. Because as an adult, we are in power, and at times we take this for granted, the emotions of the younger ones around us, and especially for the very small kids. We think that they don't understand and they don't realize, but they are realizing and they do understand. And we have a very interesting quote at our school which our founder director has initiated, and like she want everybody to follow this, like har bacche pe dhyan, har bacha mahan. so uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
so we should always pay attention to their emotions, and as a parent we should always emphasize them. If we are happy, our child will definitely will be happy, and as a teacher also the same thing goes. A happy teacher always give a happy students.
Right.
So
So true.
I would like to request my audience to just post their questions in the comment box. Please go ahead and write your questions. Meanwhile, ma'am, I have this question from you. Like, there are different type of children. Like, do you agree to this? Like, some children are introvert and some are extrovert. So, as a teacher who's teaching or taking an online class, how does she handle introvert child? Like the emotions of an introvert child who's not that expressive. Would you like to comment on this?
Okay, see, I believe that, we definitely we come across so many such children. Some are introverts, some are extrovert. Definitely, some are, very quickly responding to what what teacher is saying, while some others are sitting quietly. They just, they are good listeners and they're just listening. So here, what we do is we make sure that we probe. We ask them questions quite often. Okay, we make sure that this child should be given more chances to answer in case the child is not responding. And we should, if the child is saying something, we appreciate, we give them a positive response by saying very nice, wonderful answer. So this appreciation makes them feel little more important, and next time they become more quick in responding. They become little, they are not that shy in responding to your this thing.
Absolutely right, ma'am. Every child should be given an opportunity, and they should be, like parents should make them, or the teacher should make them feel important. Like if
Important,
they are
right?
not answering, no problem. Just give them a chance. Maybe they know a better answer from
Right.
everybody who's like answering, because they are sitting quietly and they are listening more deeply. Maybe they have a very good and interesting answer to the question that the teacher has asked. So always give an opportunity to the student. So, ma'am,
Yes.
now, like, I don't see many questions coming from my audience, so we
Okay.
would like to come to an end of our session. I would just like to thank you and thank my audience who have been through with us all this session. And there are people who are appreciating your effort on this. They are saying that the session was very impressive, and that I would also like to say very impressive and very interesting
Thank you.
session. Hope to see you again. Till then, have a lovely evening and bye bye.
Same to you, Zainab. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.